Hello again and welcome. If you've been following the progression of our postings, you'll know that we're at steps 6 and 7. These are the only two steps that we will combine, and the reason is that they are to be done immediately after step 5 and close together. Step 6 is we're entirely ready to have God remove all our defects of character, and step 7 is humbly asked Him to remove our shortcomings. After we've done our 5, we find a quiet spot and we review steps 1 to 5. Did we do them to the best of our ability? Are we really at that point where we're ready to change, to let go of the old survival strategies that we would use to get what we wanted at the expense of others? And are we willing to ask our Creator, our higher power, to take those away from us? And if we find that we are at that point, the directions are on pages 75 and 76 of the big book of what to do next. But we're basically examining our heart for the willingness to change. And if we find it, the big book suggests the step 7 prayer. And that is, my Creator, I am now willing that you should have all of me, the good and the bad. I pray that you now remove from me every single defect of character that stands in the way of my usefulness to you and to my fellows. Grant me strength as I go out from here to do your bidding. Amen. But if you feel more comfortable in putting it on to your own words, by all means do so. It's at this step where we realize the importance of the willingness. You know, it is our desire to please our higher power that pleases our higher power. Because we're human, we're fallible, we are going to make mistakes, we are not going to be perfect. And that's why our program is based on progress rather than perfection. We attempt to get a little better every day. And sometimes we make it and sometimes we don't. But if our heart is full of the desire to please our higher power, to live in a manner that is pleasing to Him and that is helpful to our fellows, we're more likely to act in a proper way, a proper manner, when it comes to those things where we used to put the feelings and concerns of another person behind us because we wanted to get what we want. You know, the Freddie Mercury syndrome. I want it all, and I want it now, and I'm willing to do whatever I need to get it. We need to take that away and change it. And sometimes hard, you know, when we look at ourselves. I want to share with you a little something that Doug, my first sponsor, shared with me when we were talking about 6 and 7. He asked me, Bill, your defects of character and your shortcomings, are they the same thing? And I thought about it a bit, and I said, yeah, well, I would imagine so. What he said was, think about this. Consider it as your defects of character are the things you do that you know you shouldn't do. And your shortcomings are the things that you know you should do and damn well don't. We can commit, for a lack of a better word, sins of commission and sins of omission. You know, all it takes for evil to prevail is for one good man to turn aside and do nothing. And we apply that principle to ourselves. To the best of our ability, we deal with those around us in fair and just and positive ways. And in order to do that, it's sure a lot easier when your heart is filled with the desire to live right and to please your Creator. So after doing the step 5, find a quiet place, review steps 1 to 5, and in your own way, ask your Creator to change. Now, I still have every single defect of character that I had before doing the steps. What I also have now is the ability to choose to act in a different way. I could go back to being that asshole I was when I was drinking and using in a heartbeat, and I don't even have to take a drink. All I have to do is go back to that place where I start putting my needs, or what I feel I need, ahead of the needs of others. Think about these things, examine your life, and decide where it is you want to make your changes, and then ask your Creator for the help to change. So until the next time, where we will be examining making the list, please walk hand in hand with your higher power.